Good morning, dear children. Let us continue our lesson Commitment. In the previous video, we have started this lesson. I will be sharing both the links with you so that you can understand the previous video also. So, in the previous video, Shibirana was tested by the Lord Indra. He met with a dove and an eagle, and the eagle was chasing the dove to kill it, but Shibirana saved the dove, and in return to save the dove, he promised the eagle to give an equal amount of his own flesh. So let us see what happens further in the story. Now, when the eagle asked the king to give an equal amount of his own flesh, the king was ready for it. So he said that, "My flesh you shall have," said the king in a calm voice. Then turning to his courtiers, he ordered, "Bring the scale. The dove shall be weighed against my own flesh, and that flesh shall be the eagle's food." The eagle then said, "I have a further condition. The flesh shall be taken from only the left side of the body." So the king was ready. He was not worried about himself. In a very calm voice, he said that, "You will definitely have my flesh." And then he ordered his courtiers to bring a weighing scale so that they can measure the flesh of the king and the dove. And he said that the equal amount, the first the dove will be weighed on the scale, and then his equal amount of flesh will be taken out, and that flesh will be eagle's food. Then the eagle further added a condition. He said that the flesh should be taken only from the left side of the body of the king. "I agree to the condition," was the king's firm reply. The excitement in the court increased as the horrible act of weighing the bird against the king's flesh was being carried out. Strangely enough, the bird began to weigh more and more, and the two weights could not be made equal. Then the eagle saw a tear roll down the left eye of the king. So when the eagle put one more condition, the king firmly replied, he strongly replied that, "I am ready for any condition." Now the excitement, the curiosity in the court was increasing by and by when the cutting of the king's flesh from his body was done, and it was a very horrible, very fearful, frightening kind of a act, because a human being who was alive, his flesh was carried out, his flesh was cutted down from his body, and it was being weighed against the bird, the dove. But there was a strange thing happening there. As soon as the task of weighing the dove and the flesh of the king was going on, the dove started to weigh more and more, and it became quite impossible to make the two scales, the two weights equal. Then the eagle suddenly saw that there is a tear on the left eye of the king. "Stop, stop," cried the eagle. "You are weeping. Yours is not a willing sacrifice. I don't weep myself. The tear I shed is for the poor, weak dove, whom I cannot even protect even with my flesh. It is the right of a king to share the suffering of the weak. So when the eagle saw a tear on the king's cheek, he said that stop this act right now because the king is weeping. And if he is weeping, that means that he is not willing. Willing means ready. He is not ready for the sacrifice. So the king said that I am not weeping for myself. I have tear in my eyes because I cannot protect the poor weak dove even after I am sacrificing my flesh, but still I am not able to protect it. And he said that it is my right to share the suffering, the problems of the weak people. Suddenly there was a blaze of light in the hall. The dove and the eagle changed into the forms of Indra, who represented Varun and Agni. As the two disappeared from the hall, Ind's voice was heard to say, O king, you have proved your worth. You will always be more powerful and use your power for the good of the weak. If the strong doesn't protect the weak, then who will? Who will care for those who cannot protect themselves? So, when the king replied that he is worried about the dove and he is crying for the dove not because his flesh is being cutted out but for he is not able to save the bird. So suddenly at that time there was a blaze of light. Blaze means here a very sharp shine of a light was there in the court hall, and with that light the dove and the eagle they changed into Varun and Agni. Now this Varun and Agni, these are the gods which represent the form of god Indra. Now when the Varun and Agni they disappeared from the hall, Indra's voice was heard and people heard Indra saying that dear King Shibirana, you have proved your worth. That means you have proved that you are a very kind king and caring king, and you will always be more powerful. You will always remain powerful, and you will use this power for the good of the weak people. If strong people will not protect the weak people, then who will protect them? So it is the duty of the king or the powerful person to protect those who cannot protect themselves. So children, remember to keep your promise means to keep your words. Shibirana was prepared to make the supreme sacrifice and give his life for the little dove just because he had given his words. Rarely are we called upon to make such a sacrifice in life. Yet, even when we are asked to give up small things for someone else, we prefer to forget our promises. It is not good. We must learn to fulfill our commitments. So, dear children, with the example of Shibirana, we should learn that we should keep our promise. Shibirana was prepared to do all kind of sacrifice to save the dove just because he had given his word. Now, we should think that a king was ready to save a dove. A dove is nothing for the king and can do nothing good for the king. It's of no use for a king. But why should he save the dove? Because he has taken a promise to save the little dove. And we should always remember that very rarely we get a chance to do such a sacrifice in our lives. So, and whenever we are asked to do give up something, so we are not even ready to leave a small thing, and we forget our promises also, which is not good. We should always learn to fulfill our commitments. Hope you understood the lesson well. Thank you very much. Have a good day.